Okay, welcome. I took some days off. I think I want to progress a bit today. Um, yeah, plan for today is a double and hopefully wake. So let's first go back. Okay, thing here is easy peasy. So Swampert was looking really freaking good because we can go 43 and these guys don't see KOs on me. And I can go soft sand on 43 and you can see this is most likely not a KO, but it's an aqua jet range. And this is just that even doubles on 43. Um, so, so we can pre-damage here for Big Break 71. Yeah, we can pre-damage for Brick Break and Earth Power. And then switch into I mean, we only really need to dodge the Earth Power, right? So we can even go something with low HP numbers. We just need to be flying. Uh, because we Aqua Jet kill. There's like a crit, but I think a crit EQ is not a big problem. And then basically another really nice thing is that this thing is just dead as well with soft sand. So we can pre-damage like the Raptor for Psychic and Ice Beam. And then we can go into like uh this could die. We need is Skarmory taking this? It does. So Skarmory can switch in. We can EQ kill this. And then the rest should be easy. So maybe let's bring like Azumarill because that will definitely be a good mon into this fight. So for berries we can go Oran here. And then we will go Silk Scarf here. Muscle Band here for a higher damage U-turn. Soft Sand can go here. Yeah, maybe just an Oran Berry over here as well. And then XP share, of course, for our XP share mon. And let's check out the pre-damages. Sumaril and Togetic. Okay, so this thing needs to bait Earth Power, that would be 100 HP, and Brick Break, that would be 84. And then he needs, okay, so he needs to be at 84. And then Staraptor switches in on an Earth Power. He needs to be dead to Psychic, which is 112, and Ice Beam, which is 96. So 96, put him asleep and save. Okay, sure, everything else doesn't matter. Okay, let's do this fight. We Earthquake and we Protect. We Aqua Jet and we switch into Staraptor. We Earthquake and we can U-turn, right? Can U-turn into Skarmory. Yeah, but Town Pass is pretty important, probably more important than... Wait, how good is my target tick? It's plus attack. Let's forget the Air Slash. Okay, now we need to check out the Claydol. He's doing 31 against Skarmory. He cannot kill this guy. Also cannot kill Azumarill. Okay, so that's just 4 frags for Swampert. That makes him immediately skip over Fearow. That's crazy. Swampert just going so big. I love that Pokemon. Okay, next fight is Wake. Now this will be a longer cook. Because of course this is the Guardian of mid-game. Or like an incredibly difficult boss considering that it's Perma-Rain and so many problematic mons. And we also lack some really common answers. So I looked at this and I see like a pretty cool... I considered a pretty cool Swampert line. So basically, this line needs these 3 mons dead. And then we get an EQ kill on cast form. This thing comes in, so cast form needs to be pre-damaged and we need to come in on an Thunder. We need to be full HP. We outspeed this and we basically waterfall. So now there are 2 scenarios. Scenario 1 is he uses superpower and he's basically dead to waterfall, so highest damage we take is 104, so we are at 41 HP. This thing comes in, doesn't see Sucker Punch, but sees Cross Chop kill, and goes for Cross Chop, and we are dead. If we don't get crit from Superpower, lowest we are at is 64. Then he can go for Sucker Punch, and we are dead to Sucker Punch crit. So we need to level to 45. We would need to overlevel Swampert here for that to work. Let me check Sucker Punch AI one more time, but I'm pretty sure like it's not in the damage calc. It gets has a chance for +4 if it kills. Yeah, so since I don't resist, he can click Sucker Punch. If I'm 45, wait, did you really lose that many HP to a superpower high roll? I lose 52 HP. No, 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 wait. Crit? We are always in cross drop range and never in Sucker Punch range, right? Because even lowest roll leaves me on 47 HP, and 47 HP is cross drop range. Okay, if he does not crit, highest roll is 52, and then after 52, we have like 93 HP, and then we are not dead to Sucker Punch crit. So then we Earthquake kill this, and we win. Okay, so now the alternative, what can happen is that this guy U-turns on me. So we get a waterfall off, and he gets, if he hits a U-turn crit for 78, we are at 67. So we would need to pre-damage by 4. Because then if he crits us, we're pre-damaged by 4, so it's 78 minus 4 pre-damage. We had 63. He sees cross-chop kill, we EQ kill. This thing comes back in and he doesn't see bullet punch kill and he's just dead. So now the alternative is he's not critting. Also need to check again the superpower stuff, like 145 minus 56. We are not dead to Sucker Punch crit, right? Sucker Punch crit was 68, I think. Or maybe 69 highest roll. No, 68. And if his superpower crits us highest roll and we are pre-damaged by 4, we go down to 41 HP. No, 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 to even less. 145 minus 104 minus 4. We go down to 37. Means we are not in Sucker Punch range. Okay, so U-turn crit is fine as well. Now let's look what happens if it's not critting. 145 minus 4 pre-damage we took. Minus 46. Then we get Sucker Punch crit, minus 68. Then we are 27. And that's not bullet punch range. So basically Swampert can chain 3 at the end of the fight. By basically clicking waterfall into EQ on Toxic Road. And we can also like crit stuff. So that's the situation we want to set up, but I'm not sure if we can set this up. This was basically like a head calc cook I had a while ago, and I thought it would be like a really, really cool finish to the fight. But we also like Floatzel is a very big threat, and if we manage to bait it into a position where it can only focus blast and not hydro pump, like basically stall hydro pumps, then we might need a Swampert to take the EQ kill here, because this Floatzel is a big problem otherwise. Um, but yeah, let's talk about the opener. There's basically three mons who can make the opener work. Um, Pachirisu could do it. Basically Volt Switch and bait EQ. Floatzel could easily do it. But you also need to take the incoming Brave Bird. Wait a second. So Floatzel cannot do it. But Raichu can also do it. Raichu's the ugly part about Raichu is that it's baiting Aqua Tail. So we can basically decide if we want to bait Aqua Tail or if we want to bait Earthquake. That's such a close range. 1 HP difference. I want to look at this Swampert thing one more time. Is it really fine if we take the max roll U-turn crit? We are not in. No, we're not in ranges. Yeah, this Swampert line at the end is such a nice cook. I feel like a flying type should be pretty good in this fight. So yeah, we might go Pachirisu. So we can basically set up Volt Switches here. And we kill on Volt Switch because we go into a flying type. That baits Brave Bird, which is pretty easy because like a bunch of our guys do exactly that. Like even with Intimidates, the Raptor is still baiting Brave Bird kill. Is it also fine on 44? No, then we need to pre-damage by 6. 44 pre-damage by 6. Yeah, we could also. Right now I'm thinking if there's a way to kill this thing with the flying mon, but I don't think there's a reason to do so. I mean, we could go magnet 44. No. for like 78 damage, missing 46. No, 66. And then we go like sharp beak. Would be 63, so it would be out of range. Don't think we have a higher damage flying mon here. I guess we could teach fly and fly kill, but okay, it doesn't really matter too much. Just wondering if this... maybe this is like a play to basically fly kill this. Because then we can bring Gyarados here. But then we need to pre-damage a bunch to be in Brave Bird range. Oh. But it's fine. Okay, so we can get like a cool bait. Maybe we can even bait like this for like immediately Thunder. And we get in our Water Absorb Quagsire. And sadly this is not safe. Because this can be Hydro Pump. It's 50% chance for Hydro Pump and a 25% chance for Focus Blast. So this would be very risky to like EQ kill like this, and even if we go 45 with XP share, this is still not like we are dead to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls of crit. Don't like this. So maybe we should go to Azumarill. No, he baits stuff we don't want to see. Yeah, this is actually the difficult part. And we could go to Tentacruel. I think we normally end up baiting Thunder here. We can switch around and bait a Hydro Pump with Swampert, and then we can go to Azumarill. And we are dead to Hydro Pump. So I guess we can't go to Azumarill. mean, maybe we should do the Quack opener. If we think that Quagsire is an important one to bring to this fight. We can also over-level Quack here if it's really required. Basically pre-damage into Brave Bird range. Go back, take the kill, go to Quack. Bait in Ludicolo. Oh no, we can straight up kill with... What's this maybe? Ah, no, that's also ugly. So maybe go here. Bait the energy ball. Now let's look who's a better answer. So this basically takes... Worst case, we take... Oh no, we're coming in on this already. We need to come in on a fake out. So that's the problem. Guess this has the advantage that it could come in on an Ice Beam and that would be better. And Gyarados pretty much needs to come in on Fake Out and then eat one Energy Ball. Nothing here seems really nice. I don't think we can outspeed this. Maybe I just risk it. Like, it's not super satisfying. And if we get like Focus Blast crit, we probably just like lose. Uh, uh, I mean, we can still use like float sill. In our float sill outspeeds this. Problem is it can't come in on anything. It's really hard to bait consistent thunder from this guy. Because like I plan to go into Raichu, be like full HP, so we can just Volt Switch out. If we're level 44 and we are holding the magnet, this gets us into EQ range, even without soft sand. Of course, this would be Mystic Water. But that would be 80 damage would be enough, and with magnet we should be doing 80. Yeah, this is easily +6. Yeah, yeah. The thing needs to bait Thunder basically into this, switch into someone who can take the Surf and bait Thunder. And can this thing do it? Basically, we need to stay above 62, so we have 95 to spare, so we could 80 take. No, Surf is not at all safe. I mean, we might need Tentacruel to also do that. So maybe we want to have Gyarados here, but that has so many other problems. How good is this matchup? 90, 98. 98 plus 13. Like we can definitely sacrifice our way through this fight. But it's also not really good sacrifices. Mm. Okay, I think we need to look at the alternative line where we basically go out here, maybe go into like a flying mon like this, take the KO, maybe go back here. We could have kept confusion. Would that have been enough? No, air cutter is pretty much better. Can get a fake out. On a cross chop. And he's probably in like wing attack range easily and he's outsped. We are super big chilling. This thing comes in. But we cannot allow this because... Can this thing be better? Nope. So... We need a different baiting order. We... I think we would need to bring Bennett to stall Focus Blast. I mean, stalling Focus Blast in general sounds like a cool idea. How much PP is Focus Blast? Is it 5? So it's tied with Hydro Pump. So Cacturn actually has a really interesting stall angle. When we show Focus Blast kill, we go to Bennett. And we bait Hydro Pump, so we go back to him. And maybe we can... I think burn. Burn status condition is 1/8 in damage. Yeah. So how much damage would that be? 128 divided by 8, 16. Mm. Oh, but we could. Oh, wait. I'm starting to get an idea on how this works. Okay, so we lead Pachirisu, Volt Switch into Staraptor, bait Brave Bird, go into Pachirisu, Volt Switch out and kill. Go into Bennett to bait Hydro Pump, go into Cacturn, go into Bennett to bait Focus Blast. We basically repeat this until we go into Staraptor on Focus Blast without any Hydro Pumps left, and it's always baiting Thunder. We just miss mons to do stuff we want to do, right? Now it's only like Crunch left, so we can easily take this here and then only bait Energy Ball. And now we have a problem because we don't have the mons left to take this. This dude outright. Everything is doing too much. We use too many resources. Can we optimize out the Cacturn? What if we go